Good evening.
Hi.
Well, it's a bit high, isn't it? Let's just adjust you for a moment.
That's why I said hi.
Hi. Good evening. Thank you for joining us.
Hi.
Hopefully this has worked. We've done something different,
Yeah,
scheduled
try
our
something
live. So hopefully you're. We can see there's a few of you waiting. So yes, hopefully everything's good.
Let's just see
So
if that's
that's it.
working. Yay.
That's good. Lovely. So yes, thank you. My name's Barry.
And I'm Jay.
And together we are Mitosu Crafts. So
Yes.
thank you for joining us this evening. So we are your independent Stampin Up demonstrators based here in the UK. And I forgot what else needs to be said, so over to you.
Yes, so if you live in the UK, France, Germany, Austria, or the Netherlands, you'll be able to purchase current Stampin' Up products from our online shop at mitosocrafts.com. Every week, we do card making and paper craft inspirations and ideas for your crafting. So give us a thumbs up, like our page, channel, and subscribe as well.
Lovely, excellent. So what have we been up to? What are we playing with this evening to start off with?
Okay, this evening we are playing with the My Meadow stamp set from the mini catalog.
Yes, so page 23 out of the mini catalogue. So out of that one there. Sorry. Hit with the catalogue. So yeah, page 23. And you can get hold of that one there. And we're going to have a little play around with this one this evening.
And the cats are playing as well.
Yes, the cats are fighting. So if you can hear that.
Exciting. Yes, so we thought we'd run through a couple of the cards that we've created during the week or what we blogged as well.
Wait.
They've woken up. Yes. So this one was back Tuesday, I believe, for the Spot Creative Challenge. The Spot. So using the Good Morning Magnolia stamp set, colored in blends with a hint of pencil, HB pencil there. And on Wednesday, we created, or Barry created this one from our live. That's really bright. Hi, Candy. Thanks for joining us.
I can't see the comments on this one.
So that one's using the Colorful Seasons stamp set. There you go. That's better, isn't it?
Wait.
And then on the same Facebook Live. So if you haven't followed our Facebook page yet, go ahead and do that at Mitosu Crafts as well on Facebook. So that's one I created using the same stamp set. And that one was just embossed with a subtle embossing folder. And then on Friday, Barry had a blog hop, so he created these two. Or well, that one was his first go, and then he created that. So that one's actually got a video on YouTube as well. So that's for the Casually Crafting blog hop.
Yes, the theme was nature. So I'm going to go over to the laptop. We can't see comments on the tablet.
So that one was using the very Versailles stamp set with a bit of Beauty Abounds butterfly and the leaf punch.
Leaf punch.
Leaf punch there. And then yesterday, we just did a blog post for the baby swipe samples that we created a week or two ago. Yeah. So that one, you may have seen these already. That one as well. And
I really like that one there, actually. The one because he
that
used the woven heirloom, none of it is going to speak. The woven heirlooms frames as a frame. I think it looks really, really pretty. Actually, it's really nice.
It's very effective on white on white. And then this one with the Galaxy as well with the Label Me Bold stamp set.
One of our favourites.
Yes, which I think you're using.
Well, I'm going to be using. It's becoming a firm favourite of ours because the sentiment's just perfect, and they're bold. They're not too big. And they stand out. They pop, which is really nice. So yes. So we've got a few people watching there. Hi Deb, Linda, Candy, and Brenda. Thank you for watching. That's obviously everyone who's commented so far, but I can see there's a lot more watching. So please comment. Let us know where you're from. That'd be lovely.
Yes, and we thought we would actually incorporate the 2018-2020 in colors for today's project. and creating scenes using those colors.
Yeah, so they're available as a bundle as well. So obviously individually, or they're available as a bundle, where you can save yourself 10% off of those if you buy all 5 of them together. Obviously, bearing in mind that they are leaving us at the beginning of June. So if you like them, grab them very soon. All right.
Those two.
Yeah, that lovely lipstick and blueberry bushel, I think, going to be our missed ones. But I'm looking forward to seeing what's coming. So, and yeah, hopefully we'll find out very soon.
Ah, from Holland, Linda is. Oh, thank you.
Oh, lovely, excellent. So, should we crack on?
Yes.
So we're going to see.
You can start.
I'm doing 1 card, maybe 2. Are you doing something? And you've got something planned as well, have you?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, right.
Tonight, the last couple of videos have gone really, really wrong for me. I'm surprisingly organised tonight. I actually had the card planned this morning. So,
And we knew what stamp set we were doing, so that's why we managed to do.
We talked about it beforehand.
Schedule.
We communicated.
Yes. Wow.
So it's going too calmly at the moment, so something will go wrong, I'm sure.
Yeah, probably. I think the cats are waiting there.
So let's flip you round, and hi Heather from Canada, thank you for joining us. So there we go. Right, let's flip you round. I think I've lost my seat already.
And wait until the end, or come back until the end, and we have some sneak peeks. Oh.
Okay, so My Meadow and Label Me Bold is what we will be using tonight. Obviously, Label Me Bold will just be for a sentiment, but I think it's definitely a firm favourite and one which I think most people should have in their stash if they haven't, because they're just simple. Happy birthday. Sometimes you just want to say happy birthday, well done, congratulations, thank you. That's it. I think the only thing which is missing on there is get well soon. I think you pretty got, but you can say for you.
Yeah, or from me.
Yeah. So that will come back later on. So My Meadow, I'm going to be using the note cards, the Whisper White note cards and envelopes. So you get a packet of 20 note cards already pre-cut, pre-scored, and envelopes are already in there. So there's a product number if you're interested in that, 131527. That's the number for that one. So we're going to be using that. So perfect for any beginners, anyone who hasn't got much stash. Get the note cards, they're already done for you, and you'll need a couple of ink pads and away. So this looks quite daunting to start off with. You've got lots of individual elements, and we're going to have to build up a scene. So let's start off. I'm also going to take a long note post-it note as well, because I don't want to fold my card just yet. I want to keep it flat because it's going to be easier for stamping. So I'm just going to pop a post-it note along the score line so that I don't actually stamp on the back side of it. So when I stamp, I can over stamp on the thing and it's not going to interfere with the back. All right, it's just a little tip for you there. So because if I folded this first, obviously it's going to give it some kind of, well, it's going to have some bounce. So it may run the risk of being, you may run the risk of doing some stamping errors. I turned that one over because I don't want to show you the finished project before I've done it. Yeah. All right, so you've got several elements on here. So we have got some lands and some, well, what I've interpreted as land, and I think obviously looking at examples that people have as well. And we've got some kind of water or some kind of path. So I'm just going to pop these on a block.
All in one?
No.
No.
Don't be silly. Can I actually need a bigger block for this one here? Please, Jay. Thank you. So I'm just going to move some of these blocks out of the way. Bring it a little bit for him. All right. So I'm going to pick this one up here first. I'm going to use a bigger block here for this one here, and I'm just going to pick up this one. I need a bigger one here. Okay, so we're going to go with some blue first, some blueberry bushel. I need some scrap paper to stamp off on, actually, please, Jay. Because what I'm going to do is because I've only got 5 colours here and I want some shades. So I'm going to be using some stamping off the second generation technique to create some different elements here. All right, but first of all, I'm going to go with my blueberry bushel, stamp this one up. This is going to be first generation. And I'm going to pop this somewhere roughly in the middle, like so. Just hold it down for a second just to make sure it's in. All right, so that's that part. Now I'm done with my blue, actually. That's it. Now I'm going to go with the Call Me Clover. Okay, so this is quite a bright, dark colour to start off with. So what I actually want to do is I want to cover this, do this as a second generation. So I'm going to ink it up. And I'm going to stamp it first on a piece of scrap paper, and then I'm going to then bring this in and then stamp it on the card. So the second generation is just going to give me a lighter coverage, and I'm going to do exactly the same for the other side. So these have actually all been designed to work with each other. So that they kind of like intermingle with each other. Just need to bring this down a little bit so I can see it. I think that's good enough down there. And they can overlap a little bit as well. It's not going to be an issue like that. And there's one which I didn't get out, which is the second part of the land here. So there's 3 pieces of the land. And I've seen you can do these in different colours and different shades, and you can create different effects. So, and I'm going to pop that one in like that down there. So I've kind of created some water and some land either side. So this is really a nice fun stamp to use, because you can actually sit there and you can create some scenes up. You can create all sorts with this one. I'm going to come back to my green again in a moment, but I'm going to go to my tree first. So there's a couple of things on here. So you've got these blank trees. So I'm just going to do a little bit of tidying up. You know me, I need to tidy as I go. Otherwise I run out of space. Or at least take them off my blocks. And what I tend to do is I tend to just pop them back on the case, and then at the end I'll give it a good old, I'll pop everything away. But I stick everything back on the case, kind of, and I use the image to roughly stick them back, and that way I can kind of keep track on where everything is as well. So that's that. So I'm going to go with my tree here now. I'm going to pop that on. That one right there. And I'm also going to go with the bridge. So let's move. I'm going to go with some soft suede. So we're going to go first generation on the soft suede in there, and we're just going to pop that bridge over the water like so. So you can kind of see where we're going now. We're building this scene. And then we go with the tree again. So I'm going to use soft suede once again. And I'm going to pop that one here. We go with one down there. And we go with one over there, like I say. So that's it. So I'm not keeping an eye on comments, Jan. I'm trusting you're doing that for us.
Yeah. Cheese. Hi, Shawana.
Okay. So we have got some bits and bobs here as well. So you've got all of your bits. So we will go with some of this part. So they're kind of like grass and elements for creating flowers. So which is a little one like this. So now I'm doing this back in the Call Me Clover. Now because I've done this in the second generation, it's lighter, and I'm going to do this one in the first generation. And then that way it will stand out. Like that, okay?
Ooh.
Pretty. Just pop that away over there. And then there's also some, what I'm thinking is some little grass, little wisps of grass. So I'm just going to take that and I'm just going to pop that back at the base of some of these trees and just kind of grounds it a little bit. Yeah, I think that's actually fine. I'll put some more on later on if necessary. So it's all about building this scene up. So that's that. So I'm going to take, so there's lots of different elements on here now. So I think what we do is we finish off the trees. So I've got this part here. So again, I'm going to go with the Call Me Clover. I'm actually done with the soft suede now, so I can go to one side. So first generation, and I'm going to go with first and second generation on this. So I'm inking up my leaves, and I'm just going to literally and then second generation, and I'm now just going to make a bushy tree.
Do you need a drink?
Huh?
Do you need a water?
Why?
I thought you were hiccuping.
Oh no. And I'm doing first and second generation around third generation just to create a little bit of texture in the tree. Like that. So we've kind of created a bushy tree there. So that's that part. So it's all starting to take shape now. That's that one. So again, pop that back in roughly where it should be. And now let's add a spot of colour into this one. I think I'm done with my green now. Yeah, so green is done. So I am going to go with the lovely lipstick wherever that has gone. Somebody has moved it, I think. No,
thing.
I have moved it. No, Jay for it. So
Right.
we're going with some lovely lipstick, and in here you've also got like some tulip heads. So they are going to just take these little tulip heads off, and I'm going to go with some of the Grapefruit Grove and a lovely lipstick here. So I'm going to go with a lighter colour first, so a bit of Grapefruit Grove, because if I go with a darker colour and then go with a lighter colour, I run the risk of then contaminating the lovely lipstick into the Grapefruit Grove. So you can see there's a colour difference there. Obviously this is a lot darker than this one. So I start with a lighter one and pop that where I want that to be.
Gian said, "You make this stamp set look so easy, beautiful so far."
Thank you very much, Jan. Okay, and now I'm not too worried. I can go off and I can stamp off on here if I want to. That's me cleaning that stamp, and I'm going to go straight in with my red one or a lovely lipstick and go in with that one. And because I started with the lighter colour, I'm not going to contaminate this one too much. It's fine, if anything at all. It's not going to make any difference. But if I went from that to that, I would put lovely lipstick would go into the Grapefruit Grove quite easily. So just think about how you're stamping. So just clean that off. And now there is also some little bits here, these spotty little bits. So what I'm going to do with these ones is, again, pop it on the small one. I'm finished with my lipstick and the Grapefruit Grove. And I'm now going to bring in the Pineapple Punch. And I'm just going to now pop this in the tree. It's not going to show up too much, but you will see a little bit of yellow poke through. So almost like you've got yellow flowers in there.
Oh, Minnie, do you need some space?
I'll bring it up closer so you can hopefully see this in a moment. So you can see we probably use this one quite a bit, so it's actually quite weaker in the middle. So I'm stamping towards the outside, whereas probably a little bit more, it's a little bit juicier. And there we go. All right. I told a lie, I'm not done with the blue yet, the blue brush. Let me just bring that up a little bit closer too, so you can see there that we've now put some of the, you can see the yellow in with the trees. You could go with some red in there and it could look like, almost look like apples on the tree, but I didn't. I thought it was going to be a bit too overpowering, have the red up here as well. So, and obviously because there's quite a lot, so that's why I went with the Pineapple Punch, because I thought it just blended in a little bit, almost like there's some little flowers in with the tree. All right, so that's that part done. So we're nearly finished on this. But you can make all sorts. And then what I want to do is I now want to grab some of the clouds. So I'm taking the clouds. I'm going to bring back my blueberry bushel again. So as we can see, the blueberry bushel is quite a strong colour. So we will create a different blueberry bushel variation by doing your second generation. So I'm actually going to do around about the 4th and the 5th generation on this. So I'm going to stamp off once, twice, 3 times, and then come in here and then go with the 4th and the 5th generation, and maybe even a 6th generation. And you can see there's still, because it's only I only want it very faint. I don't want it to be too strong. So 1, 2, 3, 4, even 5, and then I come over here with 6 and maybe even 7. And you can see there, even on a 7th generation, I've still created clouds. So you can create, you can get so many different shades from your stamps, from your ink, just by stamping off. So just clean that off, pop that over here.
Linda says so beautiful.
Thank you, Linda. And to finish this off with the stamping here, there are some birdies. That goes there. Some birdies here. I'm going to go with these with some black. So I'm going to do these as a 2nd generation again, because I don't want them to be too strong. So we go with one there, scrap paper down, and then I'm just going to pop these in around about here, just to give them, they're not as intense. So there we go. So there's a little scene which has been created. So whilst I've got the memento open, we will grab the Label Me Bold. So I'm just going to pop this to one side for a second here. Grab the Label Me Bold stamp set. So I'm going to go with Thank You for this one. And pop this on a block. Ink this up. And we're just going to then just stamp this down. So I've got a bit of scrap Whisper White paper. And there we go. Lid on that before I stick my finger in it. One thing I didn't actually get me, Jay, is the scissors, so some snips, and the bone folder, please.
Yes, sir. There you go.
Right. And I love this again because it's straight lines. It's so easy just to fussy cut this out, because there is no real fussy cutting to it. It's just, as long as you can cut in a straight line, just follow it. And some dimensionals, please, Joe, as well. Mini dimensionals. Thank you. Right, so we've got our mini dimensionals here, and we will just pop this. So we'll pop some of these, and they're a perfect size for our mini dimensionals, this stamp set. So you can pop them, as long as you pop them in at the correct angle, they fit in nicely. So I'm using 3 on there just so it's good and stuck.
Brenda said, I really think I need this set.
Yes, it's...
And Deb said, lovely scene.
Thank you. Alright, and then this is going to then just go in. I'm just going to pop this down the bottom down here, because obviously this stamp set doesn't come with sentiments, so I just want to pop it in. And then what we do is we will take this post-it note off, because that's protected that back side. Turn this over, bone folder. And there we go, we have a lovely little thank you card.
Beautiful.
On that one there. All right, so really simple. So that's using 5 colours, or no, 6 colours plus a
neutral.
And yeah, 5 colours and a neutral, or 2 neutrals. You could have gone with the birds in the brown as well, and the soft suede, and done it as a second generation to make them a little bit lighter.
Or in Memento.
Or Memento, which is what I have done, because most people are probably going to have black in their Memento, or some kind of black in their stash anyway. So it's used the in colours there. Okay. So that's a lovely one to go for. So I can, do you want me to do another one quickly? Another simple one using some of the other ones?
Yay!
Go on, okay, I'll do a quick one. All right, so, oh, sorry. So I'm gonna go and do, I'm using one of the note cards again. I am just going to protect the back side again as I did the first time. Now I don't think I need to too much on this one, but I'm just going to do it just in case. So, and we're going to just build up. So I'm going to use some of the other stamps on this one, this particular one. So I'm going to use the land here. And I'm going to use the Call Me Clover once again. I'm going to go with second generation because I don't want it to be too intense. I just want it to, and I'm going to pop this kind of roughly in the, so the top half of it is roughly in the middle of the card. Because then what I stamp on the top of it will then go into the middle. So we're going to go in like so, like that.
Everyone's loving it.
Thank you. So there we go. So that's that part. I'm done with the green for the time being. Going to bring in the soft suede again, or in one of your neutral colours, whatever you've got, and we will go with the wheelbarrow this time. And we'll stamp this up, ink this up with the soft suede, and I'm just going to pop the wheelbarrow is going to go in the middle of the card like this, like that. Okay. Just going to clean. I'm using the chamois an awful lot at the moment, Jay, rather than the scrub actually. It seems to be one which is using quite a lot. I'm enjoying using it, especially keep it moist in a case. And our little tip, show everyone. We actually put this in here is a tumble dry sheet, but it stays. Obviously it goes moist because this is moist, but it keeps it smelling fresh. So if you keep your chamois wet, obviously it's going to start smelling. Put a tumble dry sheet in it. It will keep it smelling fresh as daisies. Right, I'm lost. I'll put stuff off. Okay, so this is the actual wheelbarrow.
Yes.
The actual part of it. So I'm gonna introduce another colour here now. Yeah, I could do a second generation in soft suede if I wanted to, but I'm going to bring in grey granite. So I quite like. Yeah, I'm going to bring in grey granite, but I'm going to do this stamp list on a bit of scrap paper.
Ooh.
Like this. And I'm just going to...
That's not in the script.
And I'm going to fussy cut this out. Again, I don't mind fussy cutting these ones out because they're just straight lines, pretty much. So I'm just going to go round, give it a white border. I don't want to go right up against the stamped image. Just follow it. We'll see what it looks like. And see, well, in my head I was planning on doing this. So what I'm going to have to do is I will actually stamp it down first. So I've got a base layer. So I'm going to stamp the wheelbarrow is going to go in like that here. I think you probably know what I'm going to be doing there now. I'm going to pop this on some dimensionals and I'm going to raise it up like so. All right, but what I also now want to do is grab the next element. So I've got this one right here. Put the birdies away. Grab the flowers, I think they're the elements. So call me clover, and I'm just going to stamp these on top of the wheelbarrow like so. You did. I didn't want to say anything just in case you were going to do it. Okay, I'm going to have to show everyone now what you mean. Jay, we looked at it and thought to ourselves, it looks like a man with a bad back. So I'm just going to stamp it in green. So if you had to get well, you could do it there, and it's almost like it's going, oh, my back. So that was what we thought of that one there. We thought that was, if you have to get well soon down by the side of that one there, you can sort of like, or make some kind of, you had a set which you can make your own sentiments up and so on. But yeah, it almost looks like it's a stick man going, oh, my back's sore. So yeah, that's what Jay means by that. I wasn't going to say anything. So that's that one, and we will take the next element. So you can see I've used an awful lot of these stamps out of this one. There's only a couple I haven't used, just on the 2 cards. So
Nice.
So I'm going to go with some pineapple punch. And we will just ink this up. So there is a correct way of popping this in, so you just need to make sure it lines up. See, it go that way there, it doesn't fit in with that gap. So I'm going to go this way, and we will then just pop those flowers in the wheelbarrow. It's done. What what I could do, Joe, is you could do me the fussy cut me out the sentiment, if you don't mind. So I'll do thank you again on this one. So if I just stamp this, and then maybe if you can just fussy cut it out for me. So I tried to use thank you a little bit now, a little bit more, because quite happy to send these out to our customers.
And I quite like doing the for you as well.
Yeah.
Or hello.
So again, just done the thank you here, and Jay's just gonna kindly fussy cut that out for me whilst I finish this off. So let's move over to the blueberry bushel one more time. Same thing, I'm gonna grab my clouds. And we're going to do the same thing as what I did the first time round. I'm going to go, so like about the fifth, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we will just pop in some clouds, 1, 2, and 3 over the top of those, and that wheelbarrow just there. And just to finish this off, and then that's me done for this demonstration, and Jay can come over and do something with you.
Yeah, I'll do one,
Yeah?
I think.
So pop the thank you on here.
We're actually going to be doing an online class with the stamp set. So if you do have the stamp set already, you can
join us.
join us. It'll be including a PDF and a live demonstration of 3 different designs.
Or if you don't have the stamp set, then you can purchase a stamp set from us. Obviously, if you're a demonstrator already watching us, then you can still join us. It's not a problem. Just purchase the stamp set for yourself.
Yeah.
And you can still join us with the card kit and the demonstrations.
Yeah, we haven't put it up yet, but there is already 2 online classes up on our website, mitosocrafts.com, or our Facebook page with the Daisy Lane, as well as a masculine theme one for May the 12th.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there we go. Yeah, the masculine class, May the 12th. The booking's closed for that on the 28th of this month. So there we go. There's a nice little thank you card. And nice. That one right there. Okay. I'm going to show you what I did. These note cards, which I've done here initially. Oh no, that was the one which I did. That was the one. That was my prototype. That was what I did to start off with at the beginning. That's what I've just created now. And these are what I created off camera this morning. So these note cards are retired now. Unfortunately, they are no longer. But you can still, which is why I've done it still on a larger one here, and done it on a big card. And this one using the other stamp set. So it's using the gazebo, and I've used, what I've done on here is I've used the water, and I've turned it into a path on this one here, just by stamping it in grey granite, has now turned that into a nice white, and turned it the opposite way round, has now turned it into a nice little windy path leading up to the gazebo. Same thing with the clouds on the top here. So there's so much you can do. I think it's just a lovely stamp set to use. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. And you can, I've been crafting there for nearly half an hour. I've created 2 cards. Use some good inks. Yeah, I feel like I'm crafting. I feel like I'm creating something. You can create a scene. You can make this as big or as small as you want to create some lovely elements. And I think they're simple cards, just to say thank you or hello. Yeah, really nice.
Cool.
So that's me. So what's Vicky said there? Can we buy the PDF in Canada? I know you can't send the product.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, so the PDF and the so we would do a online, so it'd be a Zoom conference call, and you'll have access to that as well. If you can't join us live, then obviously you can then watch the recordings. Obviously, it would be 9 o'clock in the evening for us. I'm not sure what time that would be, or 7 o'clock in the evening for us. So I'm not sure what time that will be with you, but it will be recorded, so you can watch the demonstration back in the PDF, and the instructions will be there as well. But so watch our website for that one for information, and when that's up there, we have got 2 online classes already over there. All right, but yeah, obviously, so we've left it like that so people in other countries can join us for our classes.
Yeah.
But just obviously you have to either purchase the products from a local demonstrator in your country or buy it for yourself.
For future reference, what size is your A4? Is it the same as the UK? I just wanted to
in
double
Canada.
check.
Yeah. What size is your A4? Is it the same size as the UK, Jay's
Or the
just
US?
asked? Or the US size? Just out of curiosity.
Just for measurements.
Lovely. All right, excellent. So I think I'm done. I'm going to hand you over to Jay now, I think.
Yeah.
And Jay's going to do a card for you.
I'll probably use the same. Well, I'll be using the same stamps. I'll probably use the same note cards.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, I really like that. So, what about the colours? Are you using the colours
Yeah,
as well? Should I just leave everything
fine.
there with you?
Yeah.
Look at this. The table's nice and tidy for Jay to sit down straight away and craft, whereas we have to tidy up after he does it. I think you're using that and that, are you?
Yeah. So just hopefully something quick for me.
Yeah, it says.
Right. So as Barry said, I'll be using these 2, and I'm actually going to be doing some sponging using the Stampin Up stamping sponges, and as well as Memento and the Incolors. So I'm going to try and create a scene. Wait for it, a silhouette scene. Love my silhouettes. Who doesn't? So I'm going to use Barry's tip on... Is it that way? That's that way. Putting the mask on there.
Heather says A4 the same as the US sizing in Canada.
Okay, so that would be 8.5 by, I want to say 11.
Yeah, 11. Oh no, card bases are 11 by 4.5 inches, folded in half.
Folded in half, yeah. So okay, cool.
Cool. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you so much. So that's that one, and I've used 2-inch circle punch to create a mask, just on a normal post-it note, and or sticky note, shall I say? And that one is the offcut of it. And in preparation, I've actually dotted a couple of Tombow glue dots because it's multi-purpose, so once it's dry it's repositionable, so it's always good because the sticky bit is all the way on top and it won't stay anywhere.
Yes, I do, Linda. I do have to go first every time.
Oh, you didn't stick your wheelbarrow? I thought you were going to do
that. No, oh yes. I forgot to do that. So the wheelbarrow, I'll put that on dimensionals and do that, and do that afterwards.
I just saw it, see?
Forgot about that.
So I'm gonna have another... Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna just there. And have that there. No, that's too high. Too high. So, yeah, so that's for the land, or you can do it the other way to mask. That's what I actually need. Okay, that's fine. So that is, what am I doing? Okay, I'm doing the sun, the moon first.
Don't ask me, I don't know what you did.
So I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna use Pineapple Punch and Grapefruit Grove. Right, move that, move that. Is this got stuff in it? I have used it earlier, there we go. So I'm just gonna okay, maybe I should have put glue as well on there, but
You're right.
that's fine. Washi tape would be good actually.
Washi tape. What washi tape? There is
Just
one.
washi tape.
That one there.
Yeah, that's fine. So, or low tack tape as well.
Can you not use another post-it note?
I could do. It's fine.
Because, yeah.
Right. So that's the pineapple punch. And then grapefruit. 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 For the top. So you can take your time. I'm just
Try not to go over the top.
trying to blend that in, and then you can make it darker if you want to. Wobble wobble. That looks alright for now. Okay, and when that comes off, you will have, again, it's just somewhere to put the focal point on. And then what you could do for the circle is if you wanted to mask that off, and then your land
Ooh.
upside down.
Yes.
And then we can do the green.
I love creating scenes. It's quite therapeutic. What are you after?
Stampin' sponges. Thank you.
So can you see what we do? We always kind of stamp off first to take a little bit of the immediate wet ink away, and then go onto the cardstock, and it will kind of like eliminate the streaky problem. Was that the correct way of?
Yeah. Yeah. So, but if you like the marks that it creates, it adds texture to your project. But if you want smooth,
Can I just? Is there going to be a problem that the sun's coming down into
No,
the?
it's
You're
fine.
not okay.
yeah.
Right. Okay.
But thank you for pointing it out. I'm kidding. It doesn't have to be realistic. We're somewhere else, not the Earth. I'm kidding. Right, so we now have, I'm just gonna stamp in black. And then do this one, so I want that mask again, because I'm gonna stamp it a couple of times, but I don't want it to be different heights, if that makes sense. But just gonna peek through. Okay, I'll do it there. And I know you have the other stamp, the smaller ones, but I'm just, oh no, yeah, you probably need the smaller one. But if you want taller ones here. There you go.
I think you're inspiring other few people tonight with our projects. People are saying they got it, but they haven't used it yet, or they need to get it out again and start playing. So
Cool.
good. Well, that's mission accomplished. We want to inspire you to use what you've got in your stash.
Yeah, because as I said earlier, we've loved this set, but we ourselves haven't really used it that much.
No, we've had it since November of last year, and it hasn't really been played with. So
Fine. Right. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I like the third one.
third generation. Really.
And then obviously you don't want it black on there. What you could do is color it in if you prefer.
What do you want?
So aqua brush or just a paintbrush.
From Wink of Stella.
Not to, or a Wink of Stella. Okay. Is this still some? So just to fill in the, because you won't, I know I said it doesn't need to be realistic, but I just want that filled in. And then it just adds shimmer to the project as well. There we go. I think that is you can use a bit more stuff on it, but I'm just gonna leave it there. Just a quick scene for you. Take that off. And then
Should I move that before you go and put some cardstock in it?
that's what I do. I just leave stuff around and I'll be like, oh no, there's ink on my project.
Just see it happening straight away.
And then just use another one. What have you used? Thank you.
I've used thank you on both of my ones.
Okay, I'll just use for you. Have we got paper? There we go. Ah, thank you for watching. Glad we're inspiring you. Yes, so don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so yet. It'll be amazing if you can
Subscribe.
yeah, subscribe to our channel. What did I say?
Subscribe.
Subscribe. You know what I mean. Barry always take the Mickey on my accent because I guess it's funny. Whatever. Yeah, exactly. Where's your thing? Thanks. And yes, subscribe. I'm like conscious now. And share to those who you think might be inspired as well.
Yeah.
You can share to your team, friends, family. Oh, I might need another one there. Okay. Where did I put it? There. Because I'm gonna put it there. It's gonna cover that one. I just want another one. because it makes the card, right?
It's a third generation. Let's see. Really.
There you go. Cool. So that is from me. I'm gonna leave it there. You can see you need a bigger thing there. And yes, I do see your point about the sun.
But I think you covered that up quite nice. So I think if you were doing it again, you didn't actually need to mask. If you're putting the land down, you need to do the land first, and then mask off the land, and then do the sun.
Yeah, I quite like it
But
though because it's got the
you saved it quite well there
yellow.
with by putting the gazebo over the back of it.
Yeah.
But in a normal way, yeah, it would be the opposite way round. You do the land first, and then mask off the land, and then do the sun. But it still works perfectly fine like that because I think it's quite nice the fact that the sun's going all the way through the gazebo, which I think looks really, really pretty. So it's not a problem at all. And I can say that I think sometimes we get too bogged down with things needing to be perfect and correct the way that they should be. So I'm just going to bring in my card again here, which I did initially at the beginning with the wheelbarrow one, because I forgot to pop the wheelbarrow on, which I cut out. So I did it initially like that, and all I've done then is I've just, the fussy cut part is I've then put it out and I put it on some dimensionals just to give it a little bit of lift. All right, but you don't need to, you can leave it as it is. So there we go. We have 1, 2, 3 cards using the My Meadow stamp set. So do you enjoy those? I think they're really pretty.
Oh, thank you, Carol. Thanks,
Thank
Albanese.
you. Yeah.
Albanese.
So good. Excellent. So let's come on, Tommy.
Tommy's on my seat. That's fine. Cool. So yeah, so we've got a couple of sneak peeks that's coming up this week, or that we planned. We're just gonna, or Barry's gonna turn over the
I'm
camera.
going to turn the camera over because somebody has a habit of.
Yeah, I can never do it.
Here we go.
Oh, Tommy, look. So Jan's saying hello.
Hey, Tommy. Up here. Say hello. Show your face. They don't want to see your bum. I don't want to see your bum either.
Or tail. Yes, so we hope you enjoyed those. There you go.
Good. Excellent.
Oh, he's sat between us. But yes, there you go. So yes, so we hope you enjoyed those. A couple of things coming up this week. Another example for you. So using the in colors and using My Meadow
So that's
stamp
using
set.
the lands which we've used on that one there.
But making it a bit
Turn
modern.
it around. Yeah, modern, a bit more artistic.
And I did another card that's in the same vein for the Spot Creative Challenge on Tuesday.
Who can guess what stamp set that was? We're not going to show you anymore, so comment on that one later on and let us know what, well, you'll probably find out from the blog post. But what stamp did we use? From the My Meadow, should we show again? From the My Meadow, what stamp did we use?
And I don't know if you've seen the colored magnolias we posted on our Instagram page. So this one was actually the Stampin' Blends, using the Stampin' Blends, and that was just done with white emboss as well. So we'll block that up. I haven't used the other two. This one was created with Gracie's Garden as well.
Yes.
And
Was that only a sneak peek, is it?
yes,
Okay,
sneak peek.
oh, that's why we're not.
And this, guess how old this is?
I know. Because he told me.
Nearly
before.
2 years old, and we haven't done a tutorial on how to create this masculine box. So I'll be recreating that for the Global Stampin' Video Hub.
And that will be coming out live on
Friday.
Friday. So Friday of this week coming up, so next Friday, we will have a video instructions on how to create this box. Not that paper, because that paper's 2 years old.
Yes. So yeah, that was True Gentleman.
Truly tailored.
Truly tailored tag, and then True
Yeah.
Gentleman stamp set, which is 2 years ago. Can you believe it? Wow.
I know. Very good. Excellent. Okay,
Cool.
so thank you for watching. Please do enjoy that. So yeah, make sure you check out all of our other channels throughout all of our other blogs and things throughout the week. Subscribe, and then you'll get notified when we do some stuff, which will be good. On our blog, there's also another little subscribe. If you leave a comment, and there's a little button down the bottom down there which says be notified of future updates. That's also another good one, because every time we do a blog post, then that will then ping to your inbox, and you'll know every time we do a blog post. So leave us a comment, click the button at the bottom of it, and that's another way you can subscribe as well. So good. Excellent.
Thank you so much again. Have a good evening, day, wherever you are.
Yeah, morning, night, afternoon, yes.
And Tommy's gonna say bye as well. He's so
Oh,
happy.
you're going to come in and say hello. Hey, big man.
Oh,
Hey.
cool.
All right, thank you very
Take
much.
care.
See you soon.
Stay
See you
safe.
on Wednesday, 7 o'clock. See you later. Good night. Bye.
Bye.